What's going on? How you doing? This your boy Belo. We got a few topics today. We got investment, time, friends, work ethic, exposing clout, corporate versus skilled workers, salary workers. But we're going to start with exposing clout today. What do y'all think about exposing clout between the woman coming out with books, social media, exposing men, but on the flip hand, you have men don't expose women as much. What y'all think? KD, KD first. What's your input?
All right, I disagree because recently.
First of all, why men get to go first? That's the issue right there. Okay, it should be ladies first.
Ladies, all right, ladies first.
That's a whole nother issue.
All right, ladies first.
That's sexist.
Okay.
Go for it.
No, but you could go ahead.
It always do that. See, hey, see, that's why I said KD first.
Okay. But all right, I told you I was gonna disagree with you on here because watching Love and Hip Hop, I really didn't like what Safari had did.
What did he do?
You know what I mean? He pretty much exposed this girl. She was married on the show. I don't know her. I don't know her that well to know her name, but she was with the guy with the colored dreads and kind of exposed her. And Safari is known for like exposing the people he date over clout. Joe Budden has it well as well. You know, you got men that expose who they interested with or in a relationship with for, you know, more clicks, more views, more conversation on the social media.
Right. But if you think about a place like Love and Hip Hop, that's not a real story. But with Joe Budden, for instance, he has put a lot of women on when it comes to models, entertainers, and stuff like that. But when he put on a platform, Joe Budden, he don't expose the women; they expose themselves. We can get on that with the clout chasing. What they do is use his stardom to be to put into the light and stuff like that. But Joe Budden never really exposed anyone.
Let me think about it. Think about a scenario. What about what's that girl name? Man, I'm bad with names. Tahiri.
Tahiri that he was with. Tahiri, yeah.
Love and Hip Hop.
I think he kind of exposed her maybe with her past relationships on who she been with.
No, Love and Hip Hop did. That was the platform. See,
you're still exposing, regardless of what platform you're using. You still putting people.
No. Exposing. I'm saying is on your free will to sell books, to get in the spotlight within you without a platform. Meaning, Love and Hip Hop is going to sell that just like a movie, rappers, etc. But when it comes to a rapper, and you're putting something in the spotlight for a rapper without him knowing or wanting to. That's what I'm saying, because Love and Hip Hop, Tahiri and Joe Budden know that. That's why they're on there to expose to the world of the information. But when it comes to a female not being in the spotlight, being on YouTube, Instagram, being a model, etc., they're coming out with a book to make money and monetize for their money so they can get pocket money. On Love and Hip Hop, it's like a story, just like a movie or something like that. You're getting paid to be an actor to come up with your stuff. But I get what you're saying, but it's kind of a point.
Well, is it different because being a rapper, you have the radio station, you have your own mixtapes and CDs, opposed to like say you've a model and you don't rap, you don't get requests to really go on the radio station. So the best option you have is your book.
Right, but you can come up with a book, but exposing guys on the book is kind of odd. So what I'm saying is, I don't think it's good. Hey, Glow, what do you think? Okay, I guess she's not there no more. Yeah, man. So
I'm here. I stepped away.
Yeah, I was asking the question. What do you think about the clout chasing?
I'm kind of old school because I don't know what cloud chaser is, but I do know what exposure is. Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes y'all need to be exposed. Cause because sometimes y'all be trying to play people, so we have to expose y'all to put y'all on blast because y'all quick to do it to us, very quick.
Name a scenario when guys do it to a female.
For instance, if y'all break up and he get his heart broken. Like, look what they did to Tierra Marie. Look what they did to Tierra Marie. Like, or if they get cheated on, everything is the internet, social media. So all they got to do is put it on social media, and then her reputation ruined. So.
Right. So are you referring to exposing relationships or exposing for clout? See, it's two different things.
Overall.
Well, yeah.
Exposure.
Well, everybody do the exposure part. Even
not everybody. I don't expose people.
No, what I'm saying, even a 9-to-5 person will go to work and tell someone like, "Hey, you know, my friend or my cousin did this to me, etc., etc." That exposing information that person should know. So everyone.
That's just side talk. That's just side talk. I'm talking about exposing somebody you done dealt with or something like that, and you telling a business to social media, not one-on-one, not just at work related. Well, it could be at work, but just exposing somebody to get even.
Okay.
In front of everybody.
Yeah. I can see everyone do exposure, but my thing is exposure for clout.
I see what you're saying though, because you're saying they took the time to make a book and to make money, but there's no different than rappers when they put out music. Like, we live in an era where rappers do call out, females, models. If it be Rihanna, if I'm bad with names. A$AP Rocky did with the singer. He dropped names on her. People do that.
Yeah. I agree. But it's what my vision is with that is every rapper wants the latest thing or what's popping. So yeah, they do name drop, but 9 times out of 10 they never mess with them like that. My biggest thing with clout chasing and exposing is the people that's normal.
Not to cut you off. When you say clout chaser, because I need to Google it real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. But exposing when it comes to clout chasing, you got normal people. So normal people do clout chase on one another. That's normal. But my biggest thing is, once you're a celebrity and reach a certain stature, a guy wouldn't go and say, "Hey, I did X, Y, Z to this person," because they want to keep that going. You see what I'm trying to say? But a female would use that platform to that guy to want to expose him because for her well-being, to make her a celebrity or to put her in a place to make money. And that's where the clout I'm saying. As a man, okay, yeah, dudes always say, "Yo, I smashed this girl," or "I did," etc., etc. We get that. But normal guys would go to their homie and say, "Yo, I did that." But if one guy was smashing Rihanna, you wouldn't tell nobody. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question, man. If you smashing Rihanna, would you tell me?
But I know what you're saying though. But these are not normal, females. These are hoes. What we talking about? What you have a problem with? Are hoes that writing books. Let's say if you're in a relationship, whatever your situation is, they're writing a book about their experience they had with you, and they're doing that for money. So I don't think a normal woman would write a book or tell her all to put her sexual activities in a book for the world to know. But a hoe will though, and you just gotta treat a hoe like how she is.
I agree. Yeah. Hey, did you find the definition yet?
Well, according to Google, it says smoking vapor in circles.
Nah,
you talking about cloud something? Nah, you gotta recheck that one.
How you spell it? CLOUD?
Clout. CLOUT. Yeah, clout.
Oh, with a T. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, yeah, it just popped up. Let's see. When you speak of someone having clout, it usually means that they communicate a sense of power or influence, particularly in political sense. You want to talk to that big guy over there if you want me to let you in. He's a clout. Huh?
Okay. I'm explaining clout is there. Clout is when someone is using a person or a thing um in a bad way to get themselves above a platform or to put themselves on a pedestal. It could be for money, it can be for fame, it could be for whatever. So pretty much the new YouTube and Instagram and social media wave, you will start something with a rapper or entertainer just to spark something. So normally 10 years ago, a rapper or a celebrity, anybody won't even entertain you. But for everybody to get shine, new dudes will come on a platform and start something. Like for instance, with me, I would go to 50 Cent and start something with 50 Cent so everybody can know who Belo is. So if when 50 Cent come back at me, I'm kind of like, yeah, man, I'll beat you up, man. You know, when I see him, I'll punch in your face. And everybody like, oh, he did 50 like that. And then at the end of the day, everybody know who I am now because I beat with 50, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with Clout, what do you think? Have you heard of models and stuff doing books, exposing guys like you had what Superhead back in the day?
Yep.
Uh
Exposed everybody.
right. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that was kind of messed up of her because she could have ruined some happy homes like that. So, but she was chasing money. She was chasing money. So you can't knock the player, not well, you can't knock the hustle, not the player, something like that.
Oh right. Okay. She didn't even get that right. Okay, cool. Katie don't miss nothing. So Katie, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Katie? You know, to wrap it up, man. What do you think?
That's what I was hitting on. I said that, you know, I have a problem with men and females when it comes to you know, being messy, but basically being hoes and using whatever sexual activity you was doing with a person to try to get on. You know?
Right.
But that goes both ways though. I don't think it's just a woman thing. I think that, you know, men do it too as well.
Yeah. I think men do it. I was just saying, you know, like it's not like I'm saying men or women in the sense of men don't do it either.
Mm-hmm.
I just see men doing it for the uh for the interfere to make them feel good, but women do it for the money and etc. Which
I got this right. I can say this right. If a man does it, then we know that's a lawsuit or some type of punishment that goes along with it, because you're more likely to go to court and you'll lose that, and you can risk going to jail if I was messing with a famous actress or a singer, you know, and I'm telling it all, writing a book and everything. I know that's a lawsuit coming from her lawyer that can possibly have me, you know, paying a gang of money or going to jail. But there's no respect for men, you know, when a woman attacks them when it comes to, you know, their character and their personal business. Like I haven't seen a man yet that kind of like countersued, sued a model for
right. So that's what I'm
but it will stop though once a man do say I'm taking
right. But that's probably making my point though. You know, you probably just hit it right on the head. Like the reason why it's not happening is because the women will call rape, or they will go and probably go deeper into it, where a man just like, I'm not even gonna go deep into it, because if anything, it's making me look good more than anything. Because for him, that's exposure for him, free exposure. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest thing with me, you know, your boy Colin Kaepernick, you know, he's in the book as well.
Yeah, they really bothered me right there.
Yeah, me too, and that's why I'm going there, because with him, man, he's on this righteous tip now, and he's saying something that happened a while back. But at the same time, why would you say something like that in this movement? Like he's making it move. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, me see this shirt, man?
Oh yeah, I see it. That's dope.
Yeah, man. So Glow. So like, wrap it up. Like, so what do you think?
Overall, I feel like nobody should be exposed. To be honest, exposure is not respectful. It's not fair. It's something that should not be done. I do feel like women do expose. Well, no, I'm in the middle. I think, because men do it just as much as females. So the moral of the story is it shouldn't be any putting somebody on blast at all, because men do it just as much as females. That's why they call it bitch assness.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We monetize on here, so we can't really cuss like that. But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But no, so understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but it was no other word to describe it. I mean, because that's what I meant towards dudes are petty. Some dudes are petty like that. Some dudes like to get even, and they can't get you any other kind of way, so they got to tug at your vulnerable moments when you trust them the most, when nobody's around and it's just you and them, and they got you at your most vulnerable moment. And if you cheated on them or broke their heart, and they can't think of no other way to get even, that's the perfect opportunity. But a mature man would never do that. A mature man would be like, you know what? I fall back. You know, she did that. I'm going to take some time to get myself together, and then I'm going to keep it moving. And I know who we're not to deal with. Now, same for a woman. It's not okay. She could be petty, but women are extremely petty. And they like to emasculate. Well, some like to emasculate men, and we good on talking about their sizes. You know what I'm saying? I can't be specific. They quick to put that on blast. They quick to, but as soon as they put out butts and stuff on blast. So you know what? I'm in the middle. So
all right. So I'm gonna ask you a quick question, and two, if you're speaking on that, most women want something that they don't even have. So when it comes to, relationships or exposing or whatnot, why do women want things from a guy that they don't even provide? Or they're super fake by wearing weave, fake boobs, fake butt, but they want the guy to be real and down to earth and so hardcore. So like, what do that mean?
In my opinion, I mean, you are what you attract. So, well, that has nothing to do with what we talking about.
Right. What I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, listen, this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
How can I put it? Sometimes a person could be where you're weak at, they're strong at. Okay, so this person, I could be reaching, but some dude, need to be invested in, and some women need to be invested in. But we always want what we can have.
Right. That's true. But what I'm
not
saying
just women, though, men.
Too. That's true. But most men that I know, we know our stature. Like, I'm not gonna try that, man. That's like way out of my league. We kind of get at an idea. But my biggest thing is, girl can be living in the projects, sleeping on the floor, but they want to have this, that, and the third. But it's like, yo, you sleeping in the projects.
But
on the floor.
Why wouldn't she want a winner though? I mean, that's survival instincts though. Like if I'm in a project, I'm hurting. Hopefully, I'm trying to get somebody that's doing better.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you need somebody. That's what I'm saying. You need somebody that's gonna make you better. You need somebody that's gonna invest in you. Like you don't want nobody who's sleeping on the couch too.
Let's But I'm gonna give you from that person's point of view.
Especially from a man. A man is known to be a provider. So like,
I'm gonna give you that point of view though. That's understandable from that side of the point of view. But if you look at that person that's sleeping on the couch and that most of them don't even have they don't even know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't even really know how to wipe, they behinds. So what I'm saying is it's just deeper than just sleeping on the couch on the floor. I get that. You're right. They want something bigger, better deal. But within that time, they don't even learn how to do et cetera, et cetera. That man that's up here, he's going to want a certain thing that, cooking, cleaning, even with someone that's working, et cetera.
So not to cut you off, so why even entertain a person that's not on your level then?
I agree with that, but the logical is, why do people want people they can't get? But why do they want something more than, like, they call people fake? They call people what word I'm finding? Fake.
So do you have a problem with just the grading that people do? Because I don't think it's necessary. Who has and who don't has. I think it's just coming on, like, say, this platform and venting or having your rage or degrading, especially Black men, about possibly what they lack of.
Right. Okay.
Generalize and saying, most Black men this. I have a problem with that.
Yeah, because the next thing we're going into is work ethic. That's the next topic, man. So I kind of merged it to it. So, like, work ethic. What do y'all think about work ethic?
What do we think about who?
Work ethic.
As in what?
Work ethic. When it comes to people and jobs, keeping jobs, being at jobs for a long time, or leaving a job to go to another job. So within a year, they having 10 jobs other than, someone staying at one job for 10 years.
Well, that has nothing to do with the person, but the company. I don't know the situation they is for, Georgia. Here in this state, it's like the land of temps. Then just hiring workers. But that's the South, period. So I don't know that man's situation. I don't know if he just quitting jobs or the jobs are just not keeping him.
Right. Because I've been in management, man, for over 12 years. And the reason why I wanted to touch this topic is because when they bring their resumes, they bring it in and they be having, let's say 4 to 5 to 6 jobs. So within a year's time, they're only working at the jobs 2 months here, 1 week here, 3 months there. So I asked them, I said, why do you put all these jobs on the resume? And they're like, oh, for the experience. They're like, oh, for the experience, you can see that, I do customer service or etc. But, each one to teach one. Like, people don't really look at your resume specifically for your experience, which we ask you that. What is your experience? 3 to 5 years, whatever. We look at your resume for how long you've been at the job. So if you look at the job and you started in January 2008 and you left in February 2008, you went to another job in March and left there in June, and then went to another job in July, we're not going to hire you. So, each one to teach one. So that was one of the situations I wanted to say, like, why do people, be at new jobs? What you said there, it could be a temp world, and it could be a place where people just don't know how to keep a job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's just information that you just got to inform people when it comes to their resume of, like, when you're going for a certain job, put down the skills that they're searching for rather than just your history. Because I think they're just trying to show, show the employer that they are working, that they're just not sitting at home, not, working at all. Because they could put down, get it unemployment, but they are here, are working.
Right. Yeah, I do have one question too, man, when it comes to work ethic. Temp service, right? You had a temp service and they send you out for jobs. A temp service to me is temporary work.
Yeah.
My thing is, when you come in with a temp job, no real company really want to hire you, in my eyes, because a real person will go to a job to get a job. So you shouldn't be in
That's
a tip.
totally messed up.
Hold on, you should be in a tip job for a long time, because if you really want a job, you can go to a job and get a job. Why go to a temp service to get a job? You can go to Target, Walmart, Walgreens to get a job. You can use that energy to there.
Well, those are all minimum wage jobs. I think some temp jobs you go temp jobs because you're trying to get better wages. I think, like I say, man, being in Georgia, because it's the land of like warehouses and plants and all that, you know, that's just the way of how people are used to finding jobs. You're right, though. Sometimes it's better to go to the source.
Yeah.
And represent yourself.
Yeah, because what they'll do is they'll come. We'll use them this month, and 4 months down the line, they still there. So then 6 months down the line, they still there. So anytime we want to use them, they're there. But we try to hire them from the temp agency, and they like, nah, I'm okay. And I'm like, so what's the point? So most people's minds is just not there, and you know, you can blame the system or whatever, but I just feel like when that comes to the work ethic of people, they don't have it.
Gloria, what you got to say about this?
Well, what I have to say about this is it was kind of, Belo, that was kind of mean of you to say that, how can I put it? Not verbatim. But if I could see how you thinking. But when people go to temp agencies, what if they tried other options to get a job and the temp agency is just the quickest way to get a job? You can always go to Walmart and stuff, but this is Georgia, Atlanta, where everybody's trying to get a job. And some people with degrees is working at temp agencies just to get a job because they came here to relocate to get for a better living. And when they got here, they realized it was going to be harder. So the only way they could get a job in real quick is through a temp agency. So for you to think like that.
Yeah. So when you get a job at a temp agency, it's for being temporarily, right?
Till you get something better.
But that's what I'm saying. Most people don't get nothing better. They stay there.
You can't say most people. You have to say some people.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. If the temp agency is not what it is and you can't find a job, what is the next step you should do?
You should go get a trade or go to school.
Yep.
Or start your own business.
There you go. I'm about to say, if you can't find a job, create one. That's always been mine. So,
but in the meantime, see, that's the thing. Okay, my trade is medical assistant, right? 14 years ago when I did it, it was so easy to get a job. Like, you could walk through a door and present your history and you hired. Now, 14 years later, I applied for a job when I came to Georgia. Like, the lady was like, 300 people applied for that one position. And I was laughing and joking, like, no, that can't be true. Like, I was like, I don't even know how I got called back for this job, for an interview. I was thankful. But I'm just like, out here, it's the dog-eat-dog world. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And it still takes time. Like, how are you going to eat when you're in school trying to get a trade? How are you going to eat?
Well, let me piggyback on your situation. If you have what you said, medical assistant, right?
Yeah.
What you can and with the medical assistant degree, what do? Do you go out? Do you go to people like houses? Like, what do you do with that?
That's basically everything a nurse do, but without an RN degree. So a doctor will hire us to do what nurses do, but we just require less pay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you two options for people out there. The first option is before you go to school, right? You go to school, find a job first that you like. So before you go to school, find a job that you like. Once you find a job, the job will tell you what positions or what degrees you need for that particular job. So when you go to school, you're getting everything, and at the same time, you're building your foundation at that job. You're knowing the district manager, the regional manager. So they're hooking you up. So after 4 years of getting your bachelor's, you already built the friendship and the workship with your fellows. So when you graduate, you already have the job right there, right?
Well, you talking about when you graduate. I'm talking about eating while you in school.
Yeah.
Temp agency.
Hold on, that's the first option. I'm gonna give you number two. You know, say KD.
No, I disagree because there's no internship for kids leaving high school, going to a job, and then you're supposed to work there and hope that. So you saying you're that employer of this company supposed to take on kids, hoping that they would graduate from school and choose their job.
Most companies.
It doesn't work. That's 4 years. That's 4 or 6 years.
Yes.
That's not realistic.
No, listen. Good jobs is like the NBA. They want to find you young so you can grow within the company and be there 20, 40 years. So what I'm saying is, I don't care if
what job is this? Like, what example is this? Because I don't know.
Okay.
And that don't seem like the real world. And also too, that's still like some people at that age just not even mentally mature enough to grow with the company. Still deciding what they want to do.
Well, it's not age. Y'all bringing up age. I'm just saying in general. It can be, you could be 30, you could be 25, you could be 20. I'm just saying in general. Because what happens is people going for degrees. In this system, this European system, people going for degrees and you're not getting jobs for your degrees. Okay, let me calculate this for you real quick before I get my number two question. In your class, you got what? For between 15 and 30 people per class, right? Am I correct, Belo?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you think about per class, you got per semester, how many classes per semester?
You talk about like 3 classes, like for English, science, math. That's what you mean?
Right. And then you have other groups and other groups. So if you think about just your graduation class alone with 15 people, maybe 2 or 3 is going to have a job when they leave. So you're looking at a whole school year plus different schools. You have hundreds of schools in Georgia alone with that same degree. So when you look at that and look at the job ratio, it's more liquor stores and bodegas more than even jobs. So what I'm saying is you go to the job first, build a relationship with them, because right now you can graduate today, but even your class got 15 to 30 people. The percentage is real slim for you, real slim, real slight. So
what you're saying sounds okay, but who to say they're going to hire you? And she's a medical assistant, so who's going to hire somebody without any medical experience at all? Somebody off the street. I wouldn't even trust that clinic.
No. What I'm saying, she can start at the front, taking calls. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go in to be like a doctor. You got to get the degrees and stuff for that. But what I'm saying is, at a hotel or at IBM, you can be the front desk person that answers.
So you saying you can be the janitor? You saying you can be the janitor?
That's what I'm saying.
Or the phone,
or the cafeteria lady, or the cafeteria lady.
Wow. I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying you got to get in. You got to get in where you fit in.
So you're hoping by working there, the boss will already be seeing your face and say, "Hey, I'm the janitor, but I'm about to
go up to him." Yep. No, I'm going up to. No. What I would do. This is what I would do. I will go up to him and say, "Hey, look." I will go up to him and say, "Hey, I know I'm the janitor. I'm about to go to school for this right here. What would be the best thing for me to get a job?" And from the work source, he would say, "You know what? You need these class. You need this amount of credits. You need this right here." And guess what?
He's not gonna give you the sauce, though, man. Usually, they're not gonna give you the sauce on how to. That's something you got to do on your own for us.
In the state of Georgia, they will. Now, New York, California, they might won't, but in Georgia, people here will give you the sauce. They will give you.
Employers will give you the sauce. I mean, it may be, maybe.
Right. But I'm saying, I think
because sometimes what I'm saying is you don't reach the boss. You're talking to the supervisor. So why would he help you? And you saying you're going to get a degree at that, you might be on the level of what the supervisor is. So why would he give you the sauce? You know,
because most people at jobs, you know, they will tell you what you need for that job. To me, do you think that's even better than just going to school and not even know what's going to happen afterwards? Like, I'm saying the effort behind getting the job, behind going to the job, to understand the job, because you might go to the job and be like, I don't even like this.
But that's research. That's some research you got to do yourself. You got to check out how much the job is paying, what type of companies out there. You got to do your own research on that, you know. And unfortunately, you know, when you're young, you don't think like that. You think like that when you get older, but you don't think like that when you're young.
That's true. I'm trying to think of my number 2, man. What I was saying, I said number 2. Yeah, I don't even remember now, man. I don't miss my number 2 point. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, we can let's see, corporate skills versus salary workers, man.
Let's cut it and get a break because Gloria is not in here, man. So we're gonna cut it.
Oh, and we get next time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll cut it short.
All right, that's what's up, man. It was nice, y'all. Subscribe. You know, we're gonna continue to do this more, and we're gonna bring more people on so y'all can see different people's inputs, man. So you know, subscribe. Let's get these likes up. You know, my Instagram is Belo's World, BELOS_world. Follow me. You know, tune in. You know, we're gonna make it happen. You know, so you gotta.
Mine is I am King Deary. Add me, please. Peace and love, Belo World. Man, we're gonna keep this thing going. You know.
Let's get it. I'm excited, man. Let's make it happen, man. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, man. Yeah.
Appreciate everything. All right.